Hello YouTube, Jason here again. How you doing? Hey, just sort of do a quick video on the walkthrough strategy guides that I've got. I've got a small collection, and of course I paid nothing for these when I got them because people were just chucking them out at the tip shop, and I think I probably would have paid about $1 or $2 at the most for them back in the day. So yeah, let's get into it. So first one I've got here is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. And $34.90 is what it would have sold for out of a store back in the day. And of course, all this stuff's available online, so hence being no one really has the other than collectors have the manuals. So it's just the collectors that are really after them. Doesn't really tell you anything because you just drive around and shoot the shit out of things. So, but of course, these missions you've got to complete in areas you've got to go to. So that's a pretty cool find. And I think at the same time I found this one as well. So it's probably the same person that threw it out at the same time. Again, you've got you know, walkthroughs. Look at that on the back page. It's got cash converters, $3. So that must be where it ended up in its final part of its life. Don't know what cash converters would have paid for it. Probably $1. So that's Grand Theft Auto. And then I have Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U. Yeah, that was a pretty cool find. It came from the tip shop as well. Yeah, great artwork in these games, and that's what's appealing about the books. But you know, a lot of the strategy they've got in them is really just to milk a dollar out of people, I think. And that's also promoting the Amiibos as well. Zelda, Twilight Princess, The Legend of strategy guide. Awesome artwork. That's had a bit of a mark there. Yeah, where's there any? Oh yeah, there we go. Some decent artwork. And someone's taken a, must have been a fold out, probably a poster, I would say. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. I picked this up, but I don't think it was really for a game console. It was for a PC because it's such an old game. And going by the format of this was published and released in US, Canada, and UK. So you would have had that in your regions. These games, you really did need a strategy guide so you could find where you're going and so forth. Publication. Is that a publication? Yes, it does. 1995. World of Warcraft again. Of course, I know this is a PC strategy guide, but never mind. But I picked it up anyway. It has awesome artwork in it and breakdown of the characters and so forth. And it's an American publication going by the logo on the bottom. So what year is that one? (2004) publication. Then we've got Legend of Zelda again, and that's got some awesome artwork. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Good old Nintendo, eh? 2007. Darksiders 2. Can't say I played the game, but hey, had to pick up the strategy guide. It does look pretty awesome, to be honest. Yeah, here's the page. And the artwork's pretty cool. And we got Legend of Zelda again. This is a 3D for the 3DS. It must be, I presume. Yeah. Yeah. They're actually quite good because you can actually see what's off your screen. But not many people read them. They just venture around to find things. So is there any cool artwork in that? No, just the cover art printed inside. And then this one I picked up at a book fair, Pokemon Black version, Pokemon White version. US dollars, it would have sold for $19.99 back in the day, $22.99 Canadian, and $34.95 Australian. Let's just go over what's printed on the back. I never really played Pokemon games, but you know, I know they have a huge following, and they really go all out with artwork. Another Pokemon, I think you can guess what that is. Black and Pokemon White versions, Collector's Edition, the official strategy guide. So that's another one I found at a book fair, hard covered. So you know, it's pretty cool. When I pick them up at a book fair, you'd only pay like $2 for them, so hard to pass them up. And then this one here also came from a book fair, which again is Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. So it complements the black and white book. So for those that were hard out collectors, inside it's got a card, regional map, and then of course some cutesy artwork, real cartoonish. And then of course you've just got the strategies, which is pretty cool. Nice feeling book because it's embossed, as well as it's got a bit of a rubbery feel to it. And one that I picked up recently is Call of Duty World War II Field Manual. So I think I've done this one before. It's just got some cool artwork in it, and it is embossed, so the cover's embossed, and on the back the star is embossed. If I can get the sunlight on that. No, you can't quite see it, but anyway, so it's a nice feeling manual. Yeah, and just adds a good value to the collection. So that's it for the strategy guides that I've got. I have got quite a few magazines, which I'll go through them at some stage. Of course, here in New Zealand, we didn't publish any ourselves. They were all published in Australia or UK for our region. And then, of course, a lot of people bought them in from America or so forth, mainly through eBay and so those sort of sites, because they were quite easy to import. They didn't have a copyright or a restriction on export. Whereas here in New Zealand, if you wanted a game from America, say 15 years ago, you couldn't get it until it was released in your own region. You could, however, with a lot of DVDs, get them, order them online and then have them shipped well before they came out here. But now, as back then, everything's so tightly regionally restricted, so they can control the sale or output of the games. Yeah, so that's it for now. So please like, and please subscribe. Take care. Bye.